Good evening. Welcome back, guys, to the FTU cast. You've got Alex, Yoni, and Jesse. We've got a big episode coming. Been a hot minute. We've had a big Christmas, big New Year. Yoni was just in the Philippines doing Filipino things and eating pigs. Very kosher of him. But how have you guys been since we last had an episode? Been a while.
Yeah, as you said, trying to distance myself as much as possible from the country called Israel. No, I've no, I was in the Philippines, spent a couple of weeks there, first visiting the wife's family and then going to Boracay, which was good. Had a nice little 4 kilogram lechon. They call it a cochinillo, I think, which was super good. Yeah, amazing. I wanted to rescue so many Filipino women.
Add them to the collection.
To the collection. I've literally been good. Nothing interesting to say. Haven't been to the Philippines, so no interesting.
When are you going to Indonesia?
But, Jesse, you are engaged. I don't know if that's been discussed.
That was last time, mate. That was last time.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're engaged.
Always.
She's marrying someone with no face. I can't believe it.
Hey, look, leave me alone.
I thought you were gonna change it to like Sam Kerr or some shit.
I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Once she does see Jesse, then she'll turn away.
Oh no. Well guys, we'll get stuck into it. It's been a hectic couple of months of football, but we wanted to start with what happened this morning, which was probably the biggest travesty in all of football. The best awards took place, FIFA's answer to the Ballon d'Or, which just get more farcical every year. We'll start with the big one, Messi winning the best award. I don't know. I mean, I think everyone knows what I'm going to think, but I'm going to throw it over to Jesse. What do you think about it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably shouldn't have won it, but you know what can you do? It's Messi, still got that GOAT status, and it just makes life hard when you're getting players to vote. People have biased opinions, and yeah.
Yeah. I think this is either the first or second time ever that I've actually disagreed with him winning an award. I was more than happy for him to win the Ballon d'Or because they did say that includes the World Cup as well. But I do not agree they should have won the 2023 FIFA's Best Award. Like, aside, what has he really done? He did do the whole thing with Miami, but that's pretty much it.
So the issue is the voting period is 19th of December 2022 to the 20th of August. Like, for what you achieve in that period, such a small period. And if you're Australian, technically Messi won the World Cup on the 19th of December. So not that I would know because I haven't. Not that I would know because I haven't watched it. But still.
But FIFA are based in Switzerland, so it was the 18th for them.
It doesn't even matter because that's only one game as well compared, but I'm sure that no one's like thinking, I'll include this one game for him. But
yeah. I think the issue is
it really should have been KDB. That's what I reckon.
Really,
from now
not
KDB. No. You know what? I honestly think over the last 10 years, it's a travesty that at some point KDB actually hasn't won a Ballon d'Or or a FIFA's Best or one of those because. I hate to say it, but he's just so good and he's been so consistent. And people always talk about, maybe Salah one day should have got it. He's been so consistent for like 5 years. Maybe this, maybe that. Mbappe will get it one day. KDB, the guy's like a gun. Like he can do anything.
Amazing.
I don't necessarily think it's a travesty that he hasn't won it the last 10 years when you consider who has won it every year. That's been mainly Messi and Ronaldo, and then Modric and Benzema. Like, I don't.
He should have won it this year.
Yeah,
it was actually really good for them. Except for again, he wasn't in the final because he got injured during the final. From memory.
Yeah, he got injured like in 20 minutes, but even Haaland can't do nothing in the final.
And yet, when Ronaldo wins the Euro, we say even though he got injured 31 minutes into it, we're just like, oh yeah, Ronaldo. So,
but Ronaldo
also won the Champions League that year. Ronaldo was top scorer,
and as did KDB, won a treble.
Ronaldo,
but he wasn't the best player.
Ronaldo was coaching the team, so
he was. And who's got a better six pack? But look, I think it probably.
Who's got better hair? No.
actually, De Bruyne's hair right now is pretty good, but we'll get on to De Bruyne later because there's bits to talk about with him. But yeah, look, I just think, I don't want to dwell, like I don't want to shit on Messi because I feel I sound like the Ronaldo fanboys, which I know I am one, but it's just more so like which awards. It just kind of devalues the award because you're kind of just giving him awards just because. And I said this when he won the Ballon d'Or. It's the whole you're out of Europe. Well done in your career. Let's just give you stuff now, just because we love you and we miss you. It kind of just devalues it a little bit. I mean, you look at Mbappe had a better year. Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, of course. I mean, you can even if you want to go through like
Rodri.
Rodri, the year of 2023. You can even look at plays like Vinicius, Victor Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia. Like you got so many other plays that you can choose from. If you look at the totality of 20, like that period that Jesse stated, whereas like with Messi, it was got knocked out with PSG, barely won the league, buggered off to Miami, had a good moment there. Okay.
Can we talk about Messi
Congratulations.
winning it is bad, because he shouldn't have. But Mbappe being third is also just unjust. Mbappe's
That was
2023.
sus, yeah.
I
wouldn't have put him top. I wouldn't have put him top 3. Like it probably should have featured. Yeah, it should have been probably De Bruyne. Should have been De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, Haaland, and Rodri.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Mbappe would make my top 5, to be honest.
It's just because it's Mbappe and he has the name brand. That's literally
the issue is with and if we look at
Messi, that's what's a bigger name than Messi?
Yeah. If there's a lot. Ronaldo, he's got more letters, mate. The issue though is both the Ballon d'Or and FIFA Best. It's a biased voting, right? So the FIFA Best awards are all voted by players, coaches, blah blah blah. You got people like Ben White, who has blatantly admitted he hates football. These are kind of. I'm not saying he voted, but these kind of players. These kind of players, not all of them actually enjoy watching football.
Yeah.
And when every national team captain gets a vote, all the national coaches get a vote and all that. Half these players don't actually probably watch every game, so they're just going off either what the stats say or what name.
As well.
Half of them play Fortnite and FIFA.
Yeah, and so they're going off what's on the
so
the
why
stats.
Didn't they vote for Sancho? No, but
if
the captain's voting, then what I reckon one thing they take into consideration as well is Messi is a captain, and I know what he's like as a captain, so I'm going to vote for him as well compared to just like a player, because that comes as part of the package.
But then, because the awards, and I'm taking it literally, but the awards called the best.
Yeah.
So best 2023.
The thing is, because
the best for 2023.
Each group has 25% of the overall vote. So media representations get 25%. National team coaches have 25%, team captains 25%, and the general public has the last 25%. So all your votes added up. And so not everyone, you got Messi fanboys who will vote for Messi, Ronaldo fanboys who probably still tried to vote for Ronaldo. You've got, your team captains who, I'm sure Matt Ryan probably voted for Messi because he's probably gone, oh yeah, Messi scored against me in the World Cup, even though that's not the criteria. All this other crap, and it's the same with the Ballon d'Or with the journalists voting, because the journalists, their votes get released, and you got old mate from fucking Sri Lanka who votes for any random player that just comes up, he's got the most random votes, and it's well, how are all these awards meant to be prestigious and all that when the voting is so skewed? And it's hard to have a good voting process because it's not like the Brownlow where it's done by the umpires, and even that's still iffy. But because it's a massive event, everyone in the world could be, the best player could come from Australia, could be in the A-League, and somehow all the bloody national team captains could vote for him. But it's just it's a stupid system. There's no perfect way to do it, and you're going to get results like this where Messi unjustifiably wins.
Yeah, that's the thing. It does get like that. But I think because, look, Messi winning was one odd element. I mean, another odd element, really, if you want to take it further, is the World 11s for both the men and women. Because you look at the men's World 11, I guess to shoehorn Messi, they've rocked in this 3-3-4 formation where, I mean, I'll read it out for anyone who hasn't seen it, but you've got goalkeeper Courtois, defenders Diaz, John Stones, Kyle Walker, midfielder Jude Bellingham, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and then 4 attackers: Vinicius Junior, Haaland, Mbappe, and Messi. Yoni, you'll be disappointed to see that there is no sight of Bruno Fernandes in the team.
It's okay, but if you look at the stats, he probably did create the most. No. But the one thing that I find quite funny about that formation is that like 2 weeks ago when Gary Neville did the same thing and put that formation like a 3-3-4, everyone ripped into him as well. And now FIFA does that. So
he's just ahead of the curve. He's ahead. I guess he is to shoehorn Messi, but then like, I don't know, like when you do a World 11, do you try and keep it somewhat plausible, or do you just say fuck it and throw all the good players on?
Well, that's like if the issue is too, like the World 11s are so weird because if you look at the best women's players, right? You got Casado, Hermoso, and I'm not even.
She was also nominated,
Parallel, yeah.
Casado,
well, hold on,
Jenny
sorry.
Also was third in the best, and she's not even on the women's.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. So those the 3 players, Casado, Hermoso, and Parallel. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah. They're all forwards. None of them are in the best. Sam Kerr, who finished 6th in the best voting, is in the starting 11. Alex Morgan, I don't even think she ranked in the best women's player.
I don't even know how Alex Morgan can even be there. Like, she's done nothing.
Well, that's the other thing, because the real one, the real sort of altered one in terms of like the World 11 is the women's one, because you've got 7 English players, 2 Spanish, but who won the World Cup?
Spain, and who's undefeated in almost 2 years, Barcelona.
Yeah, and you've got like
and you know
Lauren James on the right wing when you probably should have Carolyn Hansen. You've got Kira Walsh when you probably should have I can't pronounce the name, the one from Wolfsburg, Ergedbidorf, whatever the her name is.
Yeah.
Don't know why Greenwood's there over Mappy Leon. Alessia Russo, the fuck's she doing there?
But like it's not even that though. But because you look at the coaches that won it, the English coach won.
Yeah,
Emma Hayes came second. Like, not to be rude,
Emma Hayes should be winning it every year. She's Pep.
Yeah, not really. Emma Hayes is overrated.
Jonathan Giraldes, the Barcelona coach.
I will fight you for that.
Hang on, but what Jesse just said, the Barcelona coach, who they haven't lost in 2 years, came third to Serena Weigman, who lost another big final, another World Cup final. She just takes Alice flat stick. You then got second Emma Hayes, who like another good domestic season, sure, but like, okay, I get politically why they couldn't nominate Jorge Vilda, the Spanish coach, because of that whole thing. But then, okay,
well, that's Barcelona coach is the.
That's what I'm saying. So give it to him,
Jonathan. Because I'm looking at his stats right now. Right, obviously, you know, we're looking at it from one season point of view. But in the last 3 seasons, they've lost 2 games as a club. Like, not to be rude, like I know they're a stacked team, and it's the one area that Barcelona is actually good at the moment. But fucking 2 losses in 3 years I don't know how anyone else can be a better manager, especially when you're winning the Champions League every year.
You know, exactly. And like, I mean, there's obviously other players like from other clubs that are still, you know, worthy of being in here. Like, I've got no problem with say Mary Earps being in there. Lucy Bronze has like been like, she's spent half the year at Barcelona. I get that. But yeah, I mean, to have like mostly English who came second, and then to have the English manager win the best coach, I'm not understanding it. But then on the flip side, Guardiola, rightly so, won the best for the men's coaching.
Yeah,
because of what he did with City.
I think it should be Unai Emery.
Here?
No, I'm kidding.
But then you look at that too. Who finished 5th in the men's coaching? Ange Postecoglou. I love Ange, and I'm not trying to slander him at all, but he's not anywhere near the top managers of last season. Well, he was at Celtic.
Did he win a treble?
Yeah, Celtic though, mate. Come on,
Celtic.
That's like winning the treble with Bayern, mate.
That's even more of a mismatch than Barcelona winners. That's even worse. The only thing they got right on the night was Bonmati getting the women's best,
and Edison getting the best keeper. Oh, and Marriott getting best keeper too.
Edison getting best keeper. It's always a debate as well, though, because I mean he deserves it obviously for the year that he's had, but stat wise, it's still going to be. Even in the EPL,
at least he played for a team that once.
Stat wise, it should have been to Sturgeon, to be honest. But
but the second season, yeah.
But then again, though, you got blokes like Messi voting for Onana in the goalkeeping. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all
It's a
weird.
bit skewed, but yeah, they've got not much. Oh, and the Puskas they got right. But correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. Garnacho can't be nominated for the Puskas because it's past the criteria for him.
Who?
Garnacho, the bicycle kick against Everton.
Oh, probably for next year.
Okay, because I don't know when the voting period like.
I think it's
Yeah,
for a whole
he'll
year
qualify
period.
for next one.
August?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
That's
qualify.
good. Well, yeah. I mean, it's another year of the best being quite strange.
I didn't
And
think
you
it was
look
the best goal out of all of them, actually, but
I don't know. Some of the
I don't
nominees are
remember
weird.
which one
Like
I thought was the best.
you guys heard me off camera just slandering Sam Kerr's goal for being nominated for the Puskas.
Yeah,
but,
fucking un-Australian, mate.
Yeah, very un-Australian.
I know.
Deflected
Go back
goal.
to Gaza, mate.
Deflected. Oh, the rockets you guys are dropping are more powerful than her shot against England. I'll tell you that much. Anyhow, we're back to that. No, but look, I just think it was just another farcical night. Not much really happening. The other highlight was Henri making fun of Tottenham. That's always nice. Messi wasn't there to collect his award. So
who was he talking to? I actually couldn't tell.
I don't know. I think she's like an English journal or something. I don't know.
It wasn't Laura Woods because she's not an Arsenal fan.
No, because there's some brunette. I don't know, but
wait, is Laura Woods a Spurs fan?
No, I don't think so. I think she's Arsenal, isn't she?
They there's this comment on the Spurs thread, and it was just this fucking Spurs fan just going off about how he's so disrespectful and he doesn't even he just needs to be better, and it's so rude of him to hate on Spurs and he needs to learn some respect and all this shit, and it's already turned into like a copy pasta. Like everyone's fucking taking the piss out of it.
Oh, that's good. No, look, disappointing on overall. I think it's just one of those where I think you have to take it with a grain of salt, because it's just getting a little bit weirder and weirder. But we'll move on from the best awards because it's something subjective. But one that's relatively breaking news, it's just been announced a couple of hours ago. The special one, Jose Mourinho, has been sacked.
Him and his entire coaching team.
Yeah, sacking. Look, let's call it a sacking from Roma. Effectively.
Oh, they always say mutually departed, but
yeah, sure.
I feel like it probably was bound to happen because he just had a red card, came back, and then got another red card, right?
And he's been kind of talking. He always does this. When he talks very ominously about his job position when he's like on the edge. He did that. They just lost 3-1 to Milan on the weekend. I think that was probably the final straw. They sit 9th in the Serie A.
It's because it's you got to think too. It's the best chance for you to finish top 4, potentially even top 2 this year, because everyone's playing like dog shit except for Inter Milan. Inter's well and truly up there. Even the mid-table clubs, like the fact that they're on 29 points, Fiorentina's only on 34. So between 4th and 10th is 5-6 points. Like it's a big year, and Roma's just not playing well at all. And there's no excuse. They've got
it's all his players that he wanted as well.
Yeah, you look at that team and you got Dybala, you got Lukaku, you've got Llorente, Tammy Abraham, Smalling, Karsdorp, Patricio, Hissam, Awar, I don't know how to say that. Our Renato Sanchez. Like you've got big stars on these teams.
Did you mention Lukaku?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan Dikia from Frankfurt, he's on the team as well. Like he's got big players and it's just not doing anything with that side. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not really clicking. I wonder who they would get to replace him.
Well, rumor is
Conte?
Daniel De Rossi.
Club icon.
Yeah. Not sure how that would go because he just does not have a really good record as a manager.
Has he actually coached?
Doesn't he coach the youth team or something?
Nah, he was coaching SPAL.
Spal. But that's relegated?
Yeah, a couple of years ago though. He hasn't coached them since since last season.
Okay, so sure.
I think.
What about Conte? Because that's the name I might just throw in there for them.
No links to that yet.
Who knows? Maybe De Zerbi.
You heard it here first.
Totti coming in.
Totti just wants to start getting all the legends. Well, what?
Maybe Valpato can go fucking coach him. He doesn't want to play for Australia.
Bitch. No, he does want to come back, doesn't he?
I don't know. Who knows now, mate?
Yeah.
Apparently, Alex Robertson doesn't want to play for us anymore.
Oh, no one wants to play for us apparently until we
That's
start making more cups, and then like, oh, we want to play for Australia now. That's its own argument. Where does this leave Mourinho? Because
I reckon
it's
he's
not
done,
really,
mate.
yeah, it's not really been a good decade for him since the Chelsea title win 2015. He then,
I mean, to be fair, he's won 2 trophies with United. If Spurs want Muppets, he would have won a trophy with Spurs.
he wouldn't have
And
beaten
then,
City that final.
pardon?
He wouldn't have beat City that final.
Oh, he would have. And then he has won a trophy, like
Yeah,
Roma's first European trophy.
Their first European trophy, yeah, the Conference League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
it's not that bad.
It's a Conference League.
But that's for them. Yeah, but for them, that's like, what are they?
I know,
Especially
but
where they were at the time as well.
It's not a major trophy though. Like if
he nearly he was,
and
you know,
who was it
penalty shootout
against? Feyenoord, mate. That's fucking. It's a
Probably-
Dutch
It was
club.
also he was a penalty shootout away from winning the Europa last year as well.
Yeah,
but
and then he
Sevilla-
almost got the
Sevilla-
bloody. He almost got the bloody manager killed.
The referee, you mean?
The referee killed. Sorry.
Well deserved. No, I'm joking. Look, I don't know though, because yeah, like that's the thing. He's not the same as Jose, and I do wonder if football's gone past him because
I heard Dortmund needs a manager. You know, Dortmund.
Well,
He'll get the best out of Sancho.
Jeez, can you imagine him dealing with Sancho?
Yeah.
That would not be good. That would
I don't
not
know.
be pretty for anyone involved.
I don't know where he
I don't
goes.
know.
I don't know if he's got.
Back to Chelsea?
Does he really want it? Nah, Chelsea's. Does he really want to continue managing? He's managed since 2000, 23 years.
He loves managing though. It's who he is.
But he did have a break for a year or so, didn't he, after Spurs?
No, after Spurs, after Spurs, he went straight to Roma. He had a break after us, but he was waiting.
So before Spurs,
but he was waiting for like
Yeah,
there was nothing available for him.
He had an 11-month break between United and Spurs, and then 3 months between.
He did the rounds on Sky Sports, which he probably may do again. But I don't know. Like I thought maybe he might be a decent shout for him, maybe an international job, because I don't know if club football may suit him anymore. It may just be international because
I wonder if like
has him for a couple of weeks. That's it. And
mate, he's gonna he's gonna go Portugal somehow. He's gonna call Ronaldo up. Ronaldo fucking win World Cup.
I always thought he should coach
Martinez,
Portugal, right? Yeah, I always thought he should coach Portugal, but Martinez is doing well with Portugal. Like they expect the qualifiers.
Yeah, I think they
were
undefeated.
They were the second best team in qualifiers after France, I think.
Yeah, so, but if you look at their group,
yeah, I know.
I mean, actually,
like he's doing what he needed to do. He and they're playing well. They're scoring goals.
I mean, he's even getting heaps of assists from Bruno, master creator.
Yeah, Bruno's a different player for Portugal, but then again, everyone's a different player away from United. So that's
I think Portugal, like if it'll be after the Euros.
What about Brazil? Because they haven't got Ancelotti anymore. What about Brazil?
Nah, no way.
He doesn't suit the Brazilian style.
What is the Brazilian style?
Actually, at the moment, weak people taking dives. That's pretty much it.
Like.
So he probably does suit them.
Pastor Vinny Jr. Inshallah.
Vinny and Inshallah.
Yeah,
that's you reckon.
Hope he
manage England because Southgate's fucking useless.
I reckon.
Vinny Jr. can lead Brazil to a title to a World Cup the way Neymar couldn't.
Yeah, I think Vinny Jr.
Vinny's a more dedicated player to football.
I don't think he's as talented as Neymar, but he's as you said, he's more dedicated.
Consistent.
He's got that Ronaldo mentality to him. He wants to win.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens come 20.
The only problem is they don't really have a defense, and they don't really have a young defense.
I just don't see them. This is a sidetrack.
Only
I don't see them being good enough to compete with France in 2026. I still think France
by then
will still be.
Yeah, but no one. To be fair, I didn't think Argentina were good enough to compete with France to even win the World Cup, and they fucking did that too.
Yeah, but that's because they had like Leo Messi.
But Brazil does have a they've got a decent defense. It's not young, but it's decent. They've got Gabriel.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like they don't because Vinny's 22 or 21. The case is Guimaraes is 23, and Rodrigo 20 something, young 20s. So my point is, in like, because it's not going to happen in the next 8 years, or like 6 years. If they win the World Cup, it'll probably be 10 years from now. So they need
maybe the 2031, wherever that
What's
is.
gonna happen is they're just gonna do the whole let's just outscore the fuckers, because they're gonna have Vinny Jr., Endrick, and Rodrigo line up, and they're gonna score 10 goals.
Not Richarlison?
Concede 9. Nah, Richarlison a super sub, mate. Super sub. They'll score 10, concede 9. Fucking
Look, maybe. The thing is, this is a massive sidetrack, but I'll just quickly just make one point: is that Brazil aren't really a football factory anymore the way they used to be. They're not just constantly churning out players. Like, that's France now. France are the other street ballers.
And Portugal.
And Portugal. But
I don't
France
know about Portugal.
Portugal has a team.
They have a good team, but they're not a factory like France are. France are just churning out plays. They have the most pitches, and
I think what you mean is Africa.
Mate, don't be racist. They got pitches everywhere across France. They're just constantly just getting players out of nowhere. Just really, and by that point as well, like, that's gonna be prime Mbappe if he's not ready in his prime. So like, it's a whole thing. That's a massive sidetrack. But look, we'll see what happens with Jose Mourinho. I don't know.
I think he takes over Portugal after Euros.
Do you think Martinez will get sacked and like flop and get sacked?
Martinez will be like, fuck this shit, I want out.
Because
I think I think Portugal are probably my third favourites for the Euros.
Really? What about England, mate?
Well, second, and then France.
Sancho's going to win.
England can't be anywhere near favourites as long as the Muppet is in charge.
England aren't going to win anything.
But in regards to France, the one thing that would interest me, and after this, I think we should probably move on, but the one thing that interests me is what's going to happen with them once Griezmann is out of the team, because the last 2 World Cups and the Euros and everything, were they in the Euros? But the last 2 World Cups, he's like the glue for that team.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine anyone else doing the work that he does.
Not the way that he does, but they've got players to change.
Yeah, it's called
around. They've got Nkunku.
It's called Tell, the Bayern Munich striker.
Do you reckon Tell can do it?
French.
Yeah.
I thought it was German.
No.
Can't you tell?
I see what you did there, Yoni.
Next topic. Speaking of French people, Kevin De Bruyne, who is not French, but he speaks French because he's from Belgium. Who speak French? He speak French, not France.
They speak France.
Yes, they do. Brilliant. I'm not tired at all. Kevin De Bruyne has marked his return to football after growing out his hair, going to the UFC, bagged an assist in the FA Cup.
He also went to the Formula One, by the way.
He did, but then everyone goes to the Formula One. That's a day after.
And the way he dresses.
Kevin's a drip. Comes back against Newcastle. Absolute comeback for City. Him just to come on, scores in 5 minutes and gets an assist. He's looking good.
What a goal.
He's looking sharp. What a goal. What an assist. And what a finish by Bob the Builder. What the fuck his name is.
Oscar Bob,
but City are probably going to win the league now with this bloke back.
Nah.
Don't say Tottenham. I'll kill you.
Nah, he's coming home and he's going to put a trophy in that fucking cabinet.
He can't even beat United. It's not that good.
They play Spurs play Man City in the FA Cup next, right? That'll be interesting. Yeah. That'll be a good game.
That was very good. I think as well, because Liverpool were probably the one team that could compete with City, but now with no Salah for 4 weeks probably. Trent's out for
last
a few
time
weeks.
Salah was gone and everything, they did all right still.
Yeah, but that's when they had better players.
Mane wasn't playing.
No, neither. But Mane's a dickhead. Oh fuck, can we talk about Mane? But that's his own thing. I don't know. I just think Salah this season has been so vital to what Liverpool are doing. No Trent.
Endo's gone as well, right?
Yeah, no Endo. No Wataru Endo. Trent's gone. I think Konate's always in and out with injuries.
I hate Trent, but he's actually been super this season.
That's what I'm saying. So I think with De Bruyne coming back, I think that's probably the scariest thing that you can see if you're a Premier League person is seeing De Bruyne just coming on for City and you're like, oh. And they've got Haaland still due to come back.
Yeah, but Spurs. But
Haaland got re-injured, right? So
yeah, but they can deal with a Haaland for a few weeks.
Spurs have Vicario. He's probably the best goalkeeper in the league at the moment. So
not Alisson.
No, Vicario.
Alisson is so overrated, man. I don't care what anyone says. He's a good keeper, probably top 3 in the world. But all these Liverpool fans who put him on the pedestal, go, "Oh, he's number 1 best keeper in the world," and don't want to hear any arguments. Mate, go watch a fucking football game besides Liverpool, because there's so many better goalkeepers out there.
Liverpool fans you're talking about.
Yeah. He's just, honestly, I think one-on-one, he's amazing.
He's the best one-on-one. He's the best one-on-one.
Pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's his thing. Good looking guy too. Also got shout out the Emmys by John Oliver. Look, we'll see. Because Premier League is getting quite interesting, and probably the most interesting part about the Premier League. I won't say most interesting, but it's United. We're always going to have to talk about United. Is Jadon Sancho has finally gone back to Dortmund on loan with the. That's it. Didn't apologize. Piss farted around for several months, making his money playing FIFA, going partying.
Missed 26 games, comes back, at Dortmund and gets an assist before Anthony.
Playing in a Farmers League. Yoni.
Against the lowest ranked team in the league as well. Down stack.
Yoni, what are your thoughts on? I'll
God.
give to my fellow United Mafia boy.
I'm so sad because honestly, I really wanted him to succeed at United. I have a Sancho jersey. I'm like all for
Sancho
it.
jersey.
Do you have a Bruno jersey?
I got the long sleeve one when Ronaldo returned, and I bought the Sancho one like 2 weeks before Ronaldo came back. And
that year.
Yeah.
Oh, when we got him. Okay.
And
yeah. No, I got Bruno jerseys, but that's honestly, that's valid.
He would do well, but he's just not.
I wanted him. Like, I think everyone knows I really wanted him at United.
Look, it's all right. When we get Ange for next season, I think he'll do quite well.
Oh, God. And I don't know if Ange, because a lot's been made of Sancho's disciplinary issues, but Jesse, what did the Dortmund boss man say about Sancho's discipline?
Oh, he's like, it doesn't exist. You guys are all lying, blah, blah, blah.
Except he did say that.
Well, I don't know what he said in German, but that's a rough English translation, all right?
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Do you believe him, though?
No,
so he said that there's no. Just to clarify, he said that there's no issues with him except for the fact that he's late once in a while.
Nice. Only once in a while, man. Everyone's late. Yeah, I was late to work yesterday. That happens.
Are you getting paid $300,000 a week?
I feel like it, but no.
Today you feel rich. I'll just give my 2 cents on Sancho. Yeah. I really wanted him at the club, but he's been ill-disciplined. And look, everyone's basically, because he's had discipline problems at England, at Dortmund, at City, at United. Matic called him as being the one that was most late. That first season that he was there. So I don't know, and I know that people are saying that Ten Hag is at fault here, but I mean, Ten Hag kind of just said, just say sorry, and that's all you need to do. And Ten Hag also gave him 3 months off last year to work on himself. I don't know how much more leeway this.
But I think Ten Hag also he lied to Sancho, and that's why Sancho is upset. And I think both need to apologize.
Lied to Sancho about what?
About who he was going to be playing. Sancho was putting in the effort at the start of the season. He was starting all the preseason games. He was doing well, and then fucking Ten Hag keeps starting Martial.
That's not lying to Sancho.
No, it is because Sancho. No,
but that's
Ten
what
Hag said. Ten Hag said the people who deserve to start will deserve to start. The guy was doing all the work, and he'll start in the shitter playoff.
Are you calling Ten Hag Southgate right now?
I'm calling Ten Hag a fucking fraud, and there's a reason why a lot of people don't like him.
And it's just wait till he's in charge of Bayern Munich winning trebles, and you're going to be laughing at him.
Nah, because I don't like Tuchel, and Tuchel's he's not winning anything, is he? He's
no, we're not doing that.
Second in the league.
Look. Ten Hag said the reason Sancho hasn't been getting picked is because he hasn't been trading hard enough, and that's what Sancho.
Can I mention that everyone says he should never say it publicly, blah blah blah. He threw him under the bus. He gets asked a question. Oh, why is Sancho not in the team? Didn't train well. And it was the second time he got asked that.
You know what?
Hang on. Also, as well though, if Sancho was that too far from Ten Hag? Maybe, because public are calling out someone. It's a bit of a thing these days. But either way, Ten Hag has thrown him a lot of bones. However, Sancho not being happy about it, rather than go to Instagram keep it in house and say, look, listen, I didn't really appreciate that. Just talk about it with men. Don't run to Instagram, then delete your Instagram and just play FIFA for fucking 3 months.
When Pep calls Calvin Phillips fat, no one bats an eye,
But he is crap.
No, he said fat. No, fat.
Anyway, point is, right, Sancho probably just thought Ten Hag didn't know what Instagram was because he's old. But moving on, it's in United's culture to not train hard, all right? George Best was drunk half the time. So, he's emulating one of United's best ever the best player, you could say, in United's history. And, if he could get away with it, Sancho should get away with it. As long as you're putting in results when you're playing, that's all that matters.
Sancho didn't put the results when he played.
Neither does Anthony. Neither does Anthony, all right? Hey, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Played. Anthony isn't getting played anymore. Garnacho's starting over him.
He's still playing more games than he should be.
No, look, I agree. Look, I'm not going to argue with that because I agree. Anthony should not be playing.
I just realized.
I agree with that.
George Best played for a club called Jewish Guild. I just thought
he also played in Australia once.
Yeah, he played for Brisbane Lions and not the AFL team.
Lions? Were they called the Lions back then?
Yeah, they had to change it when Brisbane.
Oh my god!
They're now the Queensland Lions.
And NSL. What was it called? NSL, whatever it was back then.
I have no idea.
That's gold. I didn't know it was called Brisbane Lions. That's funny.
Yeah, they had to change when the what's it called came up.
The Brisbane Bears, Fitzroy Lions manager.
Yeah.
Look, we'll see what happens with Sancho because there is every chance that Ten Hag just gets sacked and Sancho gets like a fifth manager to try and impress, or we can just hopefully sell him back to Dortmund for a cut price, but a price nonetheless. We shall see.
Oh, he's gonna come back, right? And there's gonna be a new manager to United. There's gonna be a new manager there. Sancho's gonna start his first game. He's gonna score a hat trick. All United fans are gonna be like, Ten Hag was wrong all the time. So glad we sacked that cunt. We'll move on.
We'll see, because Sancho hasn't impressed under 4 managers. So hopefully the fifth one can.
Mate, he impressed under every manager at Dortmund.
Yeah, lower standards. What do you expect?
And Haaland loved him. So, you need Sancho to get. You need Sancho to get Haaland.
Sponsored by Prime.
Yeah.
So that says it all.
Respect. I drink it.
It's an alright drink. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay if you're trading. That's about it. Asian Cup, Jesse. This is probably more your area of expertise. I say this because
he has an Asian fiance.
Yeah, I mean you're Asian, but I mean,
I was gonna say Yoni's got Asian children. Like
Jesse probably watches
not in the weird way.
Jesse probably watches.
I mean, more, as far as we know, only 2.
Jesse probably watches more Asian football than anyone.
I mean, I watch more international football based in Asia than anyone. I don't know about Asian football in general, but
that's what I mean. I mean, look, you watch more. What I'm saying is, you watch more.
That counts.
They're in Europe, mate.
That's in UEFA. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Jesse watches the Socceroos more than Yoni and I. So
yes,
Socceroos 2-0 versus India.
Yeah, horrible game.
Very horrible. India do better at football than they do at cricket. I just want to say that.
Yeah, and like in cricket, they still lost to the Aussies. So Asian Cup, it's gone pretty well. Socceroos won their first game. We just got to keep going. We beat Bahrain, we beat India. Uzbekistan's a big test. They're probably going to be the harder team to play against. Uzbekistan.
What? How? How they hard? How they test?
They're they're actually a solid team. They're probably like the 5th or 6th best in Asia.
And that where Borat's from?
That's Kazakhstan.
Same shit.
Anyway, and then Syria. Syria were pretty good a couple of years ago when, ironically,
they nearly knocked us out of the World Cup.
Yeah. But now not so much. They've kind of regressed. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. Against those two. In the Asian Cup in general, the
Koreans
Japan
won last night.
Yes. Japan. They won their their game against Vietnam. Almost lost it. It was very shocking. Vietnam was actually winning at one point. And that's pretty big for Vietnam.
Yeah.
South Korea, they won. Hwang was playing. Not that Yoni knew.
Hawaii.
What?
What did you say was playing?
Did you say Hawaii? Yeah. Hwang.
Hwang.
Oh,
Like,
Wang. I think
bang!
it's Hawaii.
I thought you said Hawaii too at first.
I said
But it's
Hawaii.
the wrong Wang. This was in Boom.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you didn't
where's
specify, mate.
where's He Chen? Is he injured?
Must be, mate.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
He must be
Fuck,
injured. I don't know. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything. I don't speak
that's
Korean or
crazy.
read Korean, so I didn't know. Let me go back to my school and ask all the K-pop fans, and they'll be able to tell me. They
all
can
the
read
BTS, all the BTS listeners.
Yeah, they'll read.
Honestly, I've got
They'll read the
neighbors who are
tweets. They can
I've
read
got
the
neighbors
tweets.
who are Korean. I'll ask them.
Yeah. Just get them to read the tweets so we know.
Who do you think will win the Asian Cup? Is it going to be Japan or Korea? Probably.
It's gonna be Japan. Korea's got
Yeah.
Clint Yo.
100%?
Yeah, 100%. Korea has Jurgen Klinsmann, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, coaching, and he's
Oh.
crap. So
that's news. I did not know that.
yeah. So Korea's done. Just based off that fact alone. Australia, we do better when we're playing against teams that should absolutely kick our ass.
Yeah,
When we're playing, so Arnold, good manager against fucking Argentina and all that for some reason. Shit against
Denmark.
yeah. When it comes to playing against teams that are so much worse than us, and no offense to those teams, he's just I don't know, he's just average.
What about what about Qatar? Just because they are the holders as well, aren't they?
They are the holders, but they've gone downhill
Holders
so
of the World
much.
Cup, how'd they go?
Yeah, but they won the other day.
Holders. Oh, sorry, the last one. Yeah, but those Briggs. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
didn't they have all the Brazilians in that tournament?
They do, but not so much
like
anymore.
that one. When did
There's wait, I'm looking at the lineup. They had a Lucas Mendes, something Miguel.
Lucas Mendes, traditional Qatari name.
So they won against Lebanon in the opening match.
No.
They'll get through their group nice and easy. Tajikistan and China, neither of them are threats to Qatar, but they'll get eliminated by one of the big guys. But the interesting one that we need to talk about is Saudi Arabia, because Mancini, who's the new coach on $45 million a year,
is how much they're paying him?
Yeah. Apparently, he's had a massive falling out with 3 of their star players. So he has sent home 3 players, including Al Nassr's goalkeeper. So it was expected to be the starting goalkeeper for Saudi Arabia at the Asian Cup.
Was he their goalkeeper at the World Cup? Because he was really good, whoever that was.
I have no idea. So he's sending home him. And all these players have come out and said, "Oh, he's bullshitting, he's lying, it's all false information, he's spreading rumors about us." He sent home the captain. Ooh. So he got rid of the captain of the national team because he was like, "Oh, the captain doesn't want to play in friendly games." And then he sent home one of their left backs, because apparently when he was asked if he was happy to play, he said he wasn't. So a lot of people think the rumors are Mancini's just trying to get himself sacked so he can get massive payout, which is why he's trying to piss off so many people. But yeah, we don't know.
What a king!
Yeah,
what a king!
Segue to Saudi Arabia for a second though. Anything related to football, that was just not going good at the moment. Benzema wants out. Henderson wants out. The Turkish Super Cup final got cancelled because of Saudi Arabia not wanting to play the Turkish national anthem and have them display messages for their 100th year of being founded or whatever. So it looks like pretty much a lot of things with Saudi Arabia at the moment are not going great. Benzema, he hasn't even rocked up the training for like the last 8 sessions. Like no one knows where he is. He's just not even there. And
I think he's been maltreated.
Having a medical.
True or not?
Yeah, well, I think Benzema is going to be the big one, right? So obviously, all these players go over there, and if other players leave, it's fine. But Benzema, because he's Muslim and he's living in one of the big cities, if he isn't happy there on his $200 million a year, like then it's a big sign to other players. Like, well, if someone who can fit into that culture and who knows all of that kind of stuff, if he can't be happy there, then why am I going to be happy there? Not for that kind of money. So I think it's a probably a bit worrying times for Saudi at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now we can move on to Africa if you like.
Interesting. Well, I've not watched much of the AFCON, but
it's only just started, mate.
Pardon?
It's only just started, didn't it?
No, it has.
Yeah, I think it's only been like 5 games.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not watching any of it. However, I can see that Senegal have won, Cape Verde won, Egypt drew to Mozambique, which is very strange.
Off a lucky penalty, 97-minute penalty from Salah.
Yeah.
Salah getting a lucky penalty. Oh, what's new? And Ivory Coast beat Guinea-Bissau, and Nigeria drew to Equatorial Guinea. I kind of just wanted an outside shout to say that Egypt to win the AFCON just because of Salah, but it's hard to also look past Morocco just because of what they did in the World Cup.
Morocco, Algeria, or Senegal. That's who will win it. Egypt's next game is against Ghana, who have a good team, and then
Ghana is another shout for
and then the game after that is against Cape Verde, so they'll win that. But Senegal, Morocco, and the other one, Algeria. They're favorites. And even like Ghana, Cameroon, and Nigeria.
What about Ivory Coast? Or is the team not very good at the moment?
They've got some decent players.
Pepe,
Singari.
What about Zaha? Zaha plays for Ivory Coast, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
They've got a really, really talented centre back. So Usman Diamande.
Diamande. He plays for
Sporting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I think he's
Nigeria could be okay with big Aussie.
Yeah. So Diamande is one to watch because I reckon he's going to be a really, really great fucking centre back going forward. But Ivory Coast is a decent team if they can, get the results. But yeah, they got Pepe as well. Nicolas Pepe, remember him?
Yeah.
When he was a good player.
Arsenal.
You know who the first person I think of when I think of Ivory Coast?
Who?
Gervinho.
Because the forehead takes up all your thinking space.
Yeah. They also have Messi, don't they?
Yeah, I'd actually say Ivory Coast is probably a shout because they've got 2 solid centre backs. So Kusan Nuno, who plays for Leverkusen.
Oh yeah.
As well plays for them.
Is he Ivorian?
And Ndika.
Yeah.
Also plays for them.
Oh, yeah, and Ndika, who plays for Roma.
Evan Ndika, yeah.
Oh, he's got a new manager when he goes back.
new change of scenery. We'll go back to just your point about Saudi, things going wrong in Saudi because things are going to go wrong for Barcelona. They've just copped a hot L to Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup final. 4-1. Vinny Jr. hat-trick. Bellingham assist. Rodrigo got a goal. Xavi's on thin ice.
Yeah. Xavi's got to go. I don't think he'll last. His team's not playing well.
That's just because they're shit.
Everyone seems to have regressed. Like,
why?
Everyone. I don't know.
Because they were so good last year.
Yeah, even like Lewandowski. Lewandowski's
just old. I think he's old.
That's why you don't offer. Yeah, that's why you don't offer someone multiple more than.
Is that Xavi's fault? Like, is any of this fully Xavi's fault?
I mean, the tactics would have to be, and because they've got a lot of young players who should be doing a lot better. So, I think maybe they just need a change of scenery, get a new manager in who might be able to make some difference.
Jose Mourinho.
Oh mate, that would be huge.
That'd be funny.
But that'd be a cool thing. Barcelona versus Real Madrid with Ancelotti and Mourinho.
That would be gold. I would pay good money to see.
And if only they had Messi and Ronaldo still there, man, that would be an amazing match.
A flip around, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is. Because aside from obviously Barcelona's woes, on the inverse, Madrid are looking great still. I want to talk about Madrid quickly because I do want to talk about who we think, because we're at about a halfway point of the season now. It's January. We're in the January window now. I want to talk about who the best and worst players of the year have been. And speaking around Madrid, I find it hard to not look past Jude Bellingham as probably the best, if not most impressive player of the year, just for the way he's just taken to Real Madrid like it's nothing. He has not been daunted by the task at all. He's really just taken it on.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone aside from Bellingham.
Probably Kane is a good shout.
Kane, Yeah.
26 goals, 8 assists for Bayern so far.
Yeah,
he's on track to. He's on track. So you know how Lewandowski beat the eternal record of Gerd Muller, most goals in a single season.
Kane's about to belt that.
Kane's on track to, if he continues scoring like he is, he'll beat that. And that's, everyone thought Lewandowski's record would be the internal record. So imagine losing that 2 seasons later.
Yeah.
To an Englishman.
It's not been a good it's not been a good couple of years for Lewandowski since he's like his best couple of years.
Yeah,
since he got up to the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, since he threw a tantrum and demanded to leave Bayern.
Yeah, it's not been
it's gone downhill.
He left what was it? He left Bayern to go to Barcelona to win the Ballon d'Or instead of Messi, and then he lost the Ballon d'Or to Benzema and then Messi again. Yep. So yeah, not been good for him. Yoni, do you have anyone else that you want to name drop as like the best or highly impressive besides Bellingham or Harry Kane?
Arsenal fans would say Declan Rice.
Oh my god! Look,
he's got one vote.
You've admitted he's been good this year.
He's got one. He got a vote in the FIFA Best Men's Player. Just one.
Oh, who from?
I don't know. Just one. He probably voted for himself.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. No, it probably has to be those, because there's all these other players that you think have done amazing, but it's in like comparison to what they were like before, and then are they at that level? Like, because you think of like Watkins having like a super amazing season, but it's not like the same level as a Bellingham or a Kane. And then like you got Mbappe again, he's doing it in Paris for the one team in that entire league. Kane, the reason I would go with Bellingham is that I feel like the way Bayern plays and like the players who play with Kane, they just almost handed it to him on a plate. Like the amount of assists I've seen Sané have this season, so
Sané's having an amazing season.
Yeah, he's playing like really a great season. There's, and then do you think about people like? I guess you wouldn't think about most improved or like most surprising or anything like that, because if you looked at that, then you'd think of, is it the Frankfurt striker? It was like 17 goals and
no, Stuttgart.
Stuttgart. Yeah.
Guirassy, he's fucking just
like
come out of nowhere.
And then like any player from Leverkusen too.
I think
Granit
Xhaka
and Grimaldo. Like you don't even look at like
Frimpong
players or not strikers really, but like what about like defenders? Like Trent's having a fucking amazing season, and it annoys the shit out of me. But there's that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Granted, Xhaka's whoever looks after all the statistics for Bundesliga, they've rated Xhaka as the best midfielder in the league.
And I do wonder how much Arsenal are missing him.
Yeah, he's so crucial. Like,
but they got
Leverkusen is undefeated still. Like
playing,
only 2 draws, right?
No, yeah. So they drew 3. Yeah. So they drawn against Bayern, Dortmund, and Stuttgart, and they won every other game.
Playing some of the best football too.
Yeah,
they're doing incredibly well.
Alonso just built that.
Even like if we're going to go for impressive, like I've been really impressed by Wirtz because he was amazing before his knee injury, and he's come back and he's still doing amazingly since his knee injuries. So that's a really good to see that at 20 he's been able to recover.
He's a gun. He's going to look so good at Bayern next year.
Oh, stop it! And then this guy,
8 goals, 12 assists, mate. Oh,
well, you don't need him. You got Musiala.
Yeah, Musiala can play on the left wing, Sané on the right. Coleman. Yeah, well, he's getting old, mate.
he's a greedy cunt. On the flip side, what about worst? Someone saying worst, I mean like biggest letdown of a player, most disappointing. Who do we like? Who's been just one that's just depressing us at the moment?
Anthony.
Oh, there's not.
I was just going to say literally.
He's shit. He's shit. He doesn't count. We know he's bad.
Rashford.
He's shit. Yeah. Yeah. Think from where Rashford was last season to this season.
Yeah, man. Imagine thinking Richarlison is better than Rashford this year.
Oh my
That'd be crazy.
Jeez.
Most
how about a
improved with Charleston.
how about a non-Man United answer for most disappointing or regress, because that could be the entire team. So how about a non-Man United answer?
Kimmich. He's gone downhill this year. He's just not having a good time.
Yeah. He wants to leave, doesn't he?
Doesn't want to leave. The rumor is that he wants to leave, but he doesn't. He's made that very clear. He just does not like Tuchel.
Is that what it is? Like they're just not getting along with Tuchel?
Not getting along. Tuchel, he can't play the system Tuchel wants to play. And so there's talks of putting him back.
Very, very aggressive style.
Because the way our midfield players, Kimmich's meant to be that defensive player, and he's not. He likes to get forward. And that just leaves our defense exposed, and that's how we concede a lot of goals.
Isn't that why you're supposed to get Lima, so that Lima can free up Kimmich?
Yeah, but we also don't have any right backs that are fit, so Lima has been playing in right back.
What happened to Mazraoui?
He's fucking always injured.
Yeah, he's too.
Fucking...
Is that why you're after Michele?
Yeah, because we need a right back. We need a right back desperately. And Kimmy can play right back, but he doesn't want to. I mean, he did come in.
He's too good as a midfielder these days.
Yeah, but he's also when he was playing right back, he was the best right back in the world. So,
but then when it was centre mid, he was the best defensive mid in the world.
Yeah, only for a little bit.
Yeah,
well, he needs someone there to protect him, and that's why they went for Paulina right at the end of the last window.
Yeah, and now you can't get him, which sucks.
We can. What we don't want
apparently, to. Well, it's going to cost. No, you've been priced out.
Yeah. They said 60 million, and Bayern doesn't want to pay 60 mil.
No, he's got a new contract now.
Yeah.
Yoni, have you got a non-Man United most disappointing kind of player?
It's tough. Disappointing. I'm just trying to think of what teams have disappointed me. Like Chelsea has, but I didn't expect much from any of their players. So, I can think of like teams. I can think of managers.
Okay, state those. If you haven't got like a specific player, you can state one of them.
Yeah. So managers wise, I think / teams, Burnley and Vincent Company have been fucking shit.
Because it's you know what? It's such a typical for the best clubs in the championship.
Yeah.
But then you look at it, the team that finishes second or third, wins the playoff, tends to do better than the team that wins because they don't have that competition, so they don't know. And then Company doesn't know how to adjust.
He's still trying to play that same way. He still thinks he's in the championship.
Yeah.
You can't play like that in the Premier League. You can't. Not when you're Burnley.
And then I guess I'm disappointed with Brentford, but they don't have Ivan Toney, so
that's a big one. Yeah,
he's back he's back this week.
Is it this week he's back?
They don't have Ivan Toney, but they've still scored more goals than United.
That's a low bar though. It's not that impressive.
It is when it's a 15th place team versus 7th place team.
No, I don't think we're 7th at the moment. I think we're.
No, you're 7th.
Are we up? Yeah.
Yeah, we played extra games.
Yay!
Brighton's gonna lose, and then they're playing Wolves.
But that shows you though, how crazy the score lines, because your goal difference is -11. No, I don't know how to do math. Ignore me.
This may be maybe I'm punching low here, but I'm gonna say Darwin Nunez. I just still don't think he's taking that next step.
I heard a stat today that Calvert-Lewin has a worse conversion rate, from his XG, than Darwin Nunez.
Yeah, but Calvert-Lewin has not played football for 2 years, so I'm giving him a pass.
No,
Nunez,
come on.
He spent a lot of time injured. Before his injury, he was scoring everything, but Nunez, 90 million.
I did think Darwin was going to do better this season.
I thought he was going to approach 20 goals in the league. Doesn't look like he is. He's not necessarily in their best 11 because there's still arguments that they're better off with Jota and Diaz or.
Well,
Gakpo.
We'll see what happens now because with Salah out as well for the.
Yeah, so hopefully this is his chance to step up, but.
Don't remember, he's only 24, so he's got plenty of time.
What?
Yeah, and you know how Lingard still hasn't reached his potential as well.
Lingard is so good that okay. Never mind.
Lingard.
I was going to say he's so good he doesn't need to play.
Also doesn't have a club. Get him to Saudi. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Darwin Nunez.
Who's got a club? Really... Eric Dyer. Best signing in the world.
I expected more from from Darwin Nunez. Like, I really liked him at Benfica. I thought it was an amazing signing for Liverpool. I thought last season was just, rough season for Liverpool, rough season for him. He was still learning. But this season, especially with how well Liverpool are playing, I just still don't see enough from him. He still hasn't quite hit the heights of what Firmino and what Mane did. So that's Darwin Nunez for me.
You know what?
Lastly, go on.
I was going to say, I think clubs should stop trusting Benfica strikers because they all just don't do anything when they leave Benfica.
I'd say Benfica players because look at Enzo Fernandez.
No, because there's other players have been great, but like all of their strikers.
It's the ones that you buy for about 30, 40. The ones that go 90 upwards,
like Ramos. Ramos has 4 goals for PSG.
Ramos is fuck all.
And what PSG signed him for how much?
No, it's a loan, and then I think next
it's
year
on a loan, yeah. And then Darwin Núñez 85 million. All of their players just they leave.
There's 120.
They leave and just turn to shit. Ruben Dias is the only player that's been good since he left Benfica.
But Diaz flew under the radar.
He was expensive as well, wasn't he? Like
70 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't
Joao Felix.
That's my threshold.
Joao Felix 127 million.
Joao Felix went to the wrong club though. He's doing a lot better at Barca now.
Yeah, I'll say he was never worth fucking that much money.
He wasn't. No, not for half a year. But yeah, that's just don't buy from Benfica. That's the point. Buyer's remorse with those guys. Just lastly, just wanted to quickly bring this up because obviously in the time that since we last did a podcast, fortunately we had a couple of passings start of the year. We did have Mario Zagallo, legendary Brazilian player and manager, won 3 World Cups, 2 as player, or as a 3 as a player, 1 as a manager. He won multiple World Cups, part of that golden generation of the 50s and 60s. And then, of course, about a day later, right into the new year, the football world lost Franz Beckenbauer, arguably the best defender of all time, completely changed the position, invented sweeping. Obviously then went on to coach Germany to World Cups and also coached Bayern Munich to Champions League, Jesse, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Euros. He played.
Doesn't even know.
He played in Champions.
He won several Champions.
No, yeah, he won the Europa League with us as a manager. He won the Champions League as the European Cup 3 years in a row.
Yep.
I just want to say,
and also won World Cups both as a player as a manager. First to win the Ballon d'Or, won it twice.
When he
one of the best.
But without Beckenbauer, Bayern Munich is it's a nothing club. I'll be completely honest, and that all comes down to the fact that when Beckenbauer was an 1860 Munich fan, always has been. That was his club. That's who he wanted to play for because his idol played for them. And then someone in that club in a friendly game against Beckenbauer's youth side insulted him or something, and he hated them ever since and went to Bayern. So whoever that was, thank you. But Beckenbauer, but when he joined Bayern wasn't even in the Bundesliga. They were in the second league. So the fact that he got promoted with them and then won back-to-back Champions Leagues and titles, and then went on to win the World Cup. And he was the reason Bayern had Gerd Müller, and all those players came because of Beckenbauer. Yeah, all of them came because of Beckenbauer. And when he took over Bayern as the president, he set Bayern up to be where it is today. That club owes pretty much its entire existence. I don't want to say any person has had such an impact on a club, but Beckenbauer's impact on Bayern Munich is probably second to none in the world for any player and manager and then president of the club ever.
Yeah. And that's the thing. He's one of those where you look at a club and you associate one name with it. I can't even think of one now. Sorry. So for Ajax, you associate Cruyff. For Milan, you can say Maldini. But then for Bayern Munich, it's Beckenbauer. And Bayern and Germany had an amazing period in the 70s, but Beckenbauer was the linchpin of it. We are talking about one of the best players of all time, both for what he did for Germany and for Bayern Munich and for football as a whole. Sad loss. Was quite young, only 78. Sad loss to see him go. We are talking about one of the best players, one of the best figures in football history.
Yeah. And like, there's calls to it's not really a big thing in Germany naming stadiums after managers or players and all that, but there is calls to rename the Allianz Arena to Beckenbauer Arena.
Yeah, it's probably the one player that would be worthy of. Does he have a statue? Is there?
I think so.
He should. He should have a statue somewhere in Germany. Probably at the very least get a stand named after him. He's got to have something named after him. It's yeah, just for the legacy. Because you are right. Like not that you know more than me, but like I mean, I obviously know as well about what he did for Bayern Munich with how he pretty much made them into what they are today. It all kickstarted with him. Like you look at the history of Bayern Munich, it's like pre-Beckenbauer, post-Beckenbauer. It's pretty much the best way to put it. He made them what they are today. But yeah, that's all we have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're hoping to bring a little bit more consistency. Unfortunately, life has gotten in the way for myself, for Yoni, for Jesse, and for Reggie, who's not with us because he's suspended after his activities in basketball. But that's a different story. But otherwise, yeah, we hope to try and be consistently. We'd like to do weekly, but if not, hopefully fortnightly. We'll see. But either way, we do like doing it. We do love talking football. We love hearing from you guys. Let us know what you think. Stay active in the group. Comments, suggestions, things you'd like us to talk about. Any crazy opinions that you would like to share with us. Let us know. Stay active. Other than that, would you two fellows like to say anything else?
Adios.
Happy New Year.
Just
Take care, guys.
See ya.
See ya.